Okay, hello and welcome to Real Opinions, and today I'm going to be reviewing the new Cinderella film. So if you don't know what Cinderella's about, that's weird. But if you do, it's just that, pretty much exactly the same as you remember it. It's not like one of these postmodern revisionist retellings, it's fairly traditional. And in a way, that was one of the things I liked most about it, was that it was fairly traditional and fairly kind of unironic and just kind of sincere. It wasn't very cynical or any of those things, but it's also sort of part of the biggest problem of it too, in that you're kind of left wondering what exactly is the point of this. What this one does try to add, what's sort of new, is that it has this sort of like, I don't know, it felt like it was about 20 minutes before the story usually started, like a bit like, I'm not these aren't films I never thought I'd be comparing, but like Rob Zombie's remake of Halloween, where it has the sort of backstory part before it gets into the story that you usually know, where it shows you what Cinderella's life was like before she was just left with her ugly stepmother. I admire the intention to sort of give us a little bit more, something a little new, but A, it's definitely the weakest part of the film, and B, I still sort of felt like it wasn't needed. If the other film hadn't existed, that would have been the part in the script where you'd say, cut that bit out and start there, because that's where it needs to start, and the only reason it's kept now is to distinguish it a bit more. So it's directed by Kenneth Branagh, whose work I actually quite like. He does, loads of Shakespeare films. He did Mary Shelley's Frankenstein and obviously Thor quite recently, and I think he's a good director. He just is able to tell the stories as they should be told and do it without kind of being intrusive, like look at me, notice my directing authorial kind of presence. He just does it. It looks nice. I know this sounds like damning with faint praise, like, oh, it's very pretty, but it is. The costume designs are really lavish and colourful, and the same goes for the production design, and that's a good thing. As for the cast, they mostly turn in good performances. The girl who plays Cinderella, she does a decent job, but I think the problem with it is that she's saddled with this character that's really too perfect, and all she can do is smile and go on about how happy and beautiful the world is, and it makes her a bit annoying. It's not her fault, and it's what the character's always supposed to have been like, so what can you do? I just don't think it's the most engaging character type. Same sort of goes for the guy who's the prince. And that's why the people who are like the ugly stepsisters and Kate Blanchett as the evil stepmother, and even Stellan Skarsgård as like, I think he's a duke or something, who like opposes Cinderella and the prince getting married. They're more interesting because they actually have characters who have flaws and things that actually make them personalities rather than just one-dimensional archetypes. So I kind of liked them. I mean, I know the evil stepmother's an archetype, but I mean, it's more entertaining though. Yeah, so overall I would say perfectly serviceable, and I think if you like these type of things, then you'll probably go in for it, and I've definitely seen a lot worse in the same kind of like, it's better than Maleficent or Alice in Wonderland or all of those more recent retellings of fairy tales. It's definitely been the one that annoyed me the least. Yeah, and generally, yeah, sure, fine. It opened with a short from Frozen. I quite liked that, but I like Frozen. That bit was good. Oh, and by the way, Jack also saw the film. Jack, what did you think?
Mm.
We've been Real Opinions.